everybody, and welcome to the show that's wanted on charges, let's call them, in 37 different states for excessive alcohol consumption while streaming. It's PubChat. I'm what's his name, and these are the other fellers.
Hey! Ooh, what?
Yeah. How old does your joke need to be? Right here on PubChat.
Hello, it's hello from me, and hello from him, and him, and him.
And him, and him, and him, and him. Is that an
And my
echo?
wife.
Yeah. I'm him, and so is my wife.
Yeah, exactly.
So Commander McMillan is still on pain medication when was just describing the lovely unicorn that ran through the room.
Ironically, a unicorn did run through the room.
Yeah.
I don't believe in you. You can't be real.
And I was just describing that, in my view, Lance's opinions and the reliability of those opinions, it inflates and deflates based on how they correlate to my own views. And the further away they get, the more it's the meds. It's the meds.
Yeah. Life is like a squeeze box. It's just.
Well, if I can't tell other people what their opinions are, what good am I?
It's like a Doppler shift of truth.
Exactly.
Yeah. When he's coming towards you, the truth increases. But when he's going away from you, the truth falls.
Oh. Like Doppler effect, only different.
So we're all running at our own speed here, but I think we'll catch up soon. So what happened during the week that pissed you off or made you happy? Who's got something?
Well, I took the microwave apart today.
That's a safe activity.
Oh joy! Well, actually, it's safe as houses. You know, people talk about microwaves and go, "Oh, the magnetron! Oh, be wary of the magnetron inside the microwave; it will kill you." Like you have to be like a scientist.
Does it stand there with an axe waiting for somebody to open it up so it can just fucking get you?
No, you unplug it, take the 3 screws out, and replace it. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, this explains a lot. Having met Dunk, I understand it a great deal now. You've been messing around with microwaves for some time, I assume. When you say take the screws out, do you mean of the microwave or out of the person?
Me.
For those that don't know, Dunk has a job where he takes apart old microwaves and turns them into Boeing's rocket engines or the thrusters. Yeah, the thrusters.
Or wheels, or doors, whatever.
I don't believe that because the Boeing thrusters actually had like a 30 or 40% success rate, so it wasn't done.
Hey, I have 100% success rate.
Just rig them in series and see if you can boil water in a millisecond.
No, it's true. He's got living proof of 100% success rate because he has 2 children.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, good counting. I've got 3.
Oh, 3, right? Yeah. Well, 2.5, but it's a long story.
Yeah, I already had sex twice. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
I know this is PubChat, but I still do not want a description of how that happened. I don't need to know. I trust you.
Well, what happens when a man and a woman love each other very much? They do what's called a special cuddle.
The thing with the third child in Dunk's world is he gets confused because when the child is coming home and up the drive, at first he thinks the male person's coming until the kid gets closer and he realizes, no, that's my child.
No. What happened? We went to a children's party. I dropped the 2 kids off and came home with 3 for some reason. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, but one only had 1 shoe. How does that happen? That's the more surprising part, was the lost shoe.
Yeah, only got 1 leg. Poppy.
Yeah. Oh, you just need a raging hard-on so you can still fit in your jeans.
Hey. Can't say that about children. Come on. not in public environment.
All right, eject. Is there an eject repeat in this PubChat thing? Or is this
hold on a second. I got it.
Anyway,
It's too late. We got you on stream. We can edit you however we want.
Oh God, I know that's my worst fear is that now I inadvertently convinced Dick to fix the clip feature. So now like, shit that I say can actually be like used against him.
Oh, I remembered why we turned it off, but I can't tell you.
Yeah.
Any chance I can convince you to turn it back off again?
Don't worry about the clip bit, because it only clips like 20 seconds. You never shut up for like 3 minutes. You can't. There's no way they can clip
I've never made a cogent point in 20 seconds either. The reason I have to talk so long is so people forget what the question was.
The last time somebody tried to clip Nick saying something, it was 67,000 clicks of the mouse, and the guy got arthritis.
Oh yeah, no. People have gotten carpal tunnel trying to like transcribe shit I say. It's like, sir, the question is, what was the weather like that day? It's like, I answered.
Yeah. And then we had weather for 3 more days, and you were done.
Google have got a special hard drive just for you that actually just continually deletes itself as it goes along. Once the 8 terabytes is filled up, it just shuffling along, deleting a bit.
No, that's how Nick records himself for the videos that he's done. Sometimes he gets an endless loop 8-track cartridge, and he just literally sits down and talks for like 6 hours, and the tape eventually catches like 45 minutes of something.
I'm mildly offended because, truth be told, it's a gift. And I've actually powered cities. They can just sit me in front of a turbine, and if there were other Nicks around, the entire energy crisis would be solved.
They do that with Dunk as well,
as much as you like.
Well, they do that with Dunk as well, but they put the turbine at the other end.
And it's still, by the way, considered a toxic waste site. It's still
might as well burn coal.
Anyway, I promised Nick I wasn't going to take the piss out of him, so stop it.
Oh, okay. I didn't make any such promise. So I
had my fingers crossed behind my back.
I knew there had to be a caveat in there somewhere.
Look at your arms. You couldn't get your fingers behind your back.
That's not my hands.
Oh no. He's got
start again.
You know those little hand things, and you could go like this with them, and they'll like slap against the wall and stick, and it's almost like having a frog's tongue in your hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's your appendage.
All of them.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Just do me a favor and let me know when we're live, because I want to try to reclaim dignity. So just
okay.
When we go live, I'm
okay. Here.
Exactly. I need a tie. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So
I need my regular $400 suit.
Your dignity's safe. Nobody's watching.
Even
with safe, it couldn't get any lower is the fucking problem.
Even with dry cleaning, out of the thrift store, I'm taking $40. Come on. Speaking of which, though, what's his name? Technology Connections. Do you know the YouTube channel?
No.
Like Nick would know anything about Technology Connections. Come on.
But he wears the same suit jacket every single episode, and he's always just got like a t-shirt and whatnot underneath, and you can tell there's no way he ever, it's funny. I don't know why he does it.
We started it because a troll, I commented on somebody's suit once, in our very first 2 or 3 shows, never wore it, just did a t-shirt, the whole 9 yards. I commented that somebody was stealing from another channel, and they stole $60,000 from a channel. And I said, the way you can tell that he's stealing the money is because he's constantly changing the sets, and every day he's got another $400 suit. And this troll comes up and says, oh, well, how do you know it was $400? And I was just like, dude, asshole, that's not the point. And he's just like, oh, should we call you Mr. Nick $400 Suitor? And I was just like, that's actually not bad. So I just put the coat on. I thought it was going to be for 1 or 2 episodes. And he and I became friends years later. He said, when you put the suit on, he goes, fuck you. He goes, that just took the whole thing out of my. I was just like, that's why I put the suit on, but I've never taken it off since. So every time we do the show, I got to get my $400 suit. It's just now it's like I'm fucked. I was like, yeah, I took the piss out of him, but on the flip side, now I have to wear that thing every time.
I'm going to go to the store and find something worth $400 and just get the sales tag and send it to you so you can put it on.
Oh, the guy who I accused that of on his next show just bought a sales tag and wrote $400 and stuck it on his. I was like, okay, well played.
That was my first instinct.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it? We had we have to welcome your head mod Tits to the live chat there. Hi, Tits. Remember that one?
My head mod's name is what?
Remember Titan Tits? Remember there was a thing from a live chat recently?
When Titan and I first met, we were unfortunately on opposite sides of an extraordinarily controversial issue, and we didn't necessarily get along very well, but he agreed to mod. He was modding for us, and for some reason, the Streamlabs, actually, I know why. The Streamlabs bot thought that he was an actual bot, and the reason was because he had a special character in his name. He somehow, I don't know what it was, but he included one of the special characters that's not the standard. So every time he spoke, Streamlabs timed him out. Even though, and he was just like, Nick, you're doing this on purpose. I was like, I swear. And to this day, he still thinks I'm lying about that shit. But no, it's just like it's Streamlabs. We had to turn off the auto mod because it just was modding him the whole fucking time.
Well, that's why I changed my username on my account from Dick Dawson to Mr. Dawson because Dawson. It was getting caught, and I couldn't even talk on some channels' live shows. I just wouldn't show up.
Oh, on some, I've noticed this, which is if you ever say "ass crack of dawn" on any show, that show gets demonetized for an entire month. It's ass crack of dawn, ass crack of dawn on any show, and it gets demonetized for a month. So I've just given you a warning. Ass crack of dawn.
But inquiring minds want to know: is it ass crack of DON or DAWN? These are important.
The person, she's a pleasant enough lady, but at any rate, yeah.
Like the chick with Tony Orlando.
That one. That's exactly right. And if anybody wants to timestamp this and send this to YouTube and let them know, don't do it. Of course, I'm not advocating for that because
timestamp my ass. You'll get further. Fuck.
Oh shit.
But I was pissed over that YouTube shit. It's not fair. Dick is short for Richard. You know.
And Richard is a turd.
Richard Cranium.
But they asked that of the singer Meatloaf. They're like, "Do you think Meatloaf is a strange name?" He goes, "Do you think Dick is a strange name?" Just like, well, fair enough answer.
Yeah, but Meatloaf, it would be fine if he wasn't pudgy. That was the problem.
Couldn't call him Dick Loaf, could you? that sounds wrong.
You know. Yeah, I remember when I was young and I first saw the album and I heard the songs. I was like, "Oh, look at that album cover and everything." Oh, yeah, and it wasn't quite as heavy as I was expecting, but I didn't expect dude to be Meatloaf. I expected band to be Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Right, which is tolerable then, you know.
Okay, so what does intolerable mean? That you're going to like protest and what?
But you can't get. Oh, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, live on stage, greasy lump of meat. It's just fucked.
He was disgusting in the 70s. That's fair enough.
Thing is, what was his band called? Because you know, if he's called Meatloaf, the band's
Greasy
not called
Pan.
Meatloaf. Yeah, it was called like Meatloaf and the Gravies.
He had a writer, Steinem, whatever, Jeffrey Steinem or whatever the guy's name was, and that's it. And then he was just singing the Steinem music, and then he had people that I guess freelanced with him. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not an expert. Are you wait a minute. Why are people asking me questions about this?
Meatloaf and the mashed potatoes.
I actually did. Well, no, I shouldn't tell the story because this is one of those ones that's going to get clipped. I have a dirty confession to make, which is I did go to a Meatloaf concert once.
I thought you were going to go somewhere totally different with actual Meatloaf. Thank God. Okay.
Well, and it literally was at the Wang Center in Boston. I know I shouldn't have said that, but it was. That's where it.
They were a technology company. It's,
Yep. So, and to his credit, Meatloaf figured this out. To his credit, he figured this out before he was murdered because he was almost killed. He starts singing, and it was for his storyteller's tour or whatever. He starts singing, and he's getting booed by the audience, and the entire audience, and you can feel the energy. The audience is about to rip him the fuck apart. And I'm trying to figure out where this is coming from. He's trying to figure out where it's coming from. He's singing. No, the drummer was wearing a Yankees shirt. And he's in the center of Boston. And I shit you not, this is not something I'm proud of, but he would have been fucking killed. And what happened was Meatloaf finally figured it out and had the brains to rip his drummer a new one.
Right.
And just go, you don't wear a fucking Yankees shirt. You do. And then the crowd goes, yeah. I had to go shirtless until they found another shirt. But I was like, we almost had. They would have killed him.
Wow.
This isn't a joke. That's how serious Boston is. It's like they don't fucking. It's happened. There have been murders over that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
Come on.
Exactly.
It's just a cricket team or something.
Oh, yeah. There's never been a fight at a football match before. No.
That's just casual, friendly violence. Come on.
Yeah, between 1,000 good friends. I mean, I always hear that hockey's one of the most violent sports, right? And sure, it really is. I mean, in what other game do you charge at somebody as fast as you can, knowing your only goal in life is to crush them against this hard boards, right?
Carrying a huge maple weapon.
Oh, yeah. But it's even more than that, because what happens is people get hurt by getting hit into the boards too hard. So they make the pads more armor-like with more plastic armor protection. Well, that just means that you hurt the person more when you hit them. The American sports like football and hockey and stuff need to learn the lesson from rugby. Sometimes less is more. Like in football, people get hurt simply because those damn shoulder pads put your head back an inch into your spine. Right?
I saw something recently about American football, where I say American football just to make the definition, right? But there was some people that have been starting wearing padding on top of the helmet. So they wear the helmet, and then there's like another padding layer on soft padding over the top of it. And a lot of people have been oh yeah, big pussies, and other people have been celebrating the fact that they're actually trying to be a bit more sensible about this, and not getting their head crushed.
Yeah.
I love how you said American football to kind of make yourself sound all intelligent and snobby, and it's that's my job on the show.
I don't like it
when you start moving into my space.
I have to define it because I'm British. If I say football, we mean soccer. You think soccer, and when I say Lego, you think Legos, which is completely wrong. So you got to define these things.
Oh, for fuck's sake! We're going to get into this argument now.
Oh, we wasn't going to, but if you want to start,
I'll say this: I've only watched rugby a few times. I don't understand what's going on. And sometimes that whole scrummage, I think it's called, is a little confusing until the ball pops out. When you're watching from the outside, it's just, dirty dudes. But it does seem like an exciting sport.
People seem to like it.
Standing there are more injuries actually in rugby, and it's not because of the lack of padding and stuff, but it's because the rules allow so much more contact. You are allowed.
There's a lot more biting.
I've seen it in Monty Python once, and all the adults kick the shit out of the children like that.
Yeah.
But
when you're in the middle trying to get the ball out from the scrum, all the feet are going in there kicking. studded boots.
Oh.
Yeah.
They don't hold back.
Yeah, you come out looking like a fucking colander. You're just bleeding.
Yeah, well, that's why if you actually look at rugby players, who've played rugby for a long time, they look completely fucked up.
Yeah,
And
they
this
look
is
like
why-
guys
this is
that
why.
boxed for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more. I'm arguing the two most violent sports, other than like the real gladiator kind of shit, is rugby and water polo. And water polo, you watch a game of water polo, the pool is red by the end. Oh,
What?
it's everybody.
Marco Polo?
For fuck's sake. No.
Not water polo, dude.
Water polo. I don't know how you get the fucking horses in there, but Jesus Christ.
Big pools, man. Big pools.
Pool, and then you take the mallets and you just go and you find the nearest guy and just whack him on the head and
Fuck the
with
ball.
luck.
Yeah. Just goon people.
Are you sure that wasn't rollerball?
Cross.
That's
usually,
funny.
if you're lucky, you get the horses out before before they get to the deep end of the pool or before it poops on someone. But it's a lot of fun to watch.
Sounds it.
Lacrosse can also be pretty violent.
Which one?
Oh yeah, lacrosse. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that's still Canada's national sport, which is odd because I've only ever met two people that play it. Seriously, I'm in my 50s. I've only known two people to play it. Yeah. Somehow it's lacrosse. I think because it has like First Nations native connections, so they chose that one.
Yes.
I'm not really sure how it works, but
Yeah,
you know.
a lot of people get lacrosse and field hockey mixed up. They are definitely not the same.
That's true. Field hockey's for girls.
Yeah, I used to play that.
Predominantly.
In North America, it is. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like some, but growing up, chicks played field hockey. Dudes didn't. Right.
I think you offended Dunk with that. I'm just saying.
Well, in England, boys play field hockey too.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, that was bloody rough. You can play filthy on that as well.
Yeah, I bet.
Or hurling.
Oh, isn't there a Monty Python scene where somebody
Irish
gets
version.
blasted in field hockey?
I don't know. I remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember in the lead up to the Irish War of Independence, hurling, which is kind of their field hockey-ish game, became one of the training grounds because it was a sport, so it couldn't be banned or outlawed by the British authorities. So that was where they trained all the IRA units in military drill.
Well, and maybe Lance knows the answer to this one. What was that sport that they played with the Christians in the Colosseum? And
throwing them to the lions?
Well, it wasn't throwing. I mean, it was just sort of like, you're there, a lion's there, and if just see who wins. I mean, it does seem unsportsmanlike, but
it's a bit like Jurassic Park.
Effectively, it was see who can run faster than the slowest guy.
Exactly. I forgot the name.
Did it have a name?
It must have. It was a sport. A lot of people enjoyed watching.
Well, they were just gladiatorial games, and that encompassed a very large array of different sports and such. So it was.
I always kind of wondered why did gladiatorial gaming just like cease to happen. Stop laughing at the dog, Dick. I was asking a serious question. Come on, why did the gladiatorial arena games stop? What happened? Why didn't it just carry
on?
Like society is better today. Come off it.
In part, I think as you see it start falling off as you get increased Christianization of the empire.
They didn't like being thrown into the pit.
Yeah. So it doesn't entirely go away, and in fact, not gladiatorial games, but chariot racing, for example, was huge in the Byzantine Empire. And in fact,
it's massive. Yeah.
well, and it was as much a political thing as it was a sports thing. You'd have, rival factions that ran different candidates for political office. So the Greens and the Blues and the Reds and those were the team names associated with their colors. And, you didn't go into certain parts of town because if you were from the section of town that, rooted for the Reds, you went into a blue section of town, there was a damn good chance you were going to get killed.
Yeah. There's actually a TV comedy show called Plebs over here, which is like set during the Roman periods.
Yeah, I've seen it.
They did exactly that with the different teams of different colors going to the same bar and just just fighting, cheering. But it's all done in the style of they're all British or English, so it's like English footballers, football supporters, like meeting each other in the pub and just trashing each other and scratching the place up and beating each other up.
Don't worry, Dunk. If Trump gets elected, don't worry. The Coliseum's coming back. I fucking guarantee it. We're gonna have those. He's all but said that too. I mean, that's part of his platform too. People should be allowed to fight to the death if they want to.
Yeah. You're going to start having mass shootings as part of an Olympic sport.
That's not. I'm less worried about that than the cat content at McDonald's if he comes back. That's what I'm concerned with.
That's only going to be in Springfield, Ohio.
That's right now, but he seems to have big plans. I mean, I've read 2025. I haven't read all of it.
What do you see?
I read the front page.
What do you see as the marketing for that? Pussy burger?
Chicken McNuggets.
Hoggy McNuggets. McNugget paws.
A kitten junior with cheese.
Kitten junior with cheese.
No, okay. Just for the audience, no animals were harmed in the making of this bit, with the possible exception of
we could if we wanted to.
Yeah,
good.
Just saying.
We absolutely, yeah.
We got a bag of kittens and some rocks.
Depends on the movie.
You don't laugh, take them down the canal.
Saturday Night Live took out the lobster, and they said basically there are two numbers in New York, and this was Eddie Murphy's big break was when he took out the lobster. And he said, "Okay, two numbers to call. One, we let the lobster live and we let him go. Two, we boil the lobster and eat him." It's just people call in, so it's just like. We could do that. That would bring in some numbers, but we'll do it with super chats, right? So it's just like the more super chats in one direction versus another, and just grab a kitty, and just spitballing here. This is just spitballing.
Yeah, but does the kitty have to be prepared in the Haitian style?
No, all you have to do is tie the legs to the body so it fits in the air fryer.
Okay.
I'm a little concerned you answered that so quickly.
Read the news. I read the news. That's
Yeah, okay.
I'm afraid.
Dunk, you're just
my
the right
dog is
size.
giving me some very strange looks.
Plead your case, cat.
I taste like dog shit. Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Kitty. Is it true that on the night of November 15th, you were seen with 16 ounces of catnip trying to sell to an undercover dog?
Yeah, the street body of 400 bones. Hey, I'm addicted. Come on, it's not my fault.
It's a mental health issue.
It must have to make little straws for cat noses, right?
Catnip really is best when it's inserted rectally. I've been told.
What
is that, like a cat or yourself? Yeah, is this Thanksgiving?
Wait, they literally mean cat. It's for cats. Oh, wow!
I get what
my
you're.
whole college life, it now looks very different to me. I mean, have you ever had one of those oh shit moments? I'm just like, I have to re-examine. I think I may need therapy again.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying. Catnip sure is cheaper than toilet paper.
It's cheaper than weed. That was the point at the time. But now I'm thinking maybe some things you just don't skimp on based on the price.
I always wonder why you chase after laser pointers.
Well, they're cute and they move. I mean, what else do you need?
But they won't be stopped. It's crazy.
Well, they are stopped. It's like when I get right over it, all of a sudden it vanishes, which is really kind of fucking freaky. Happens every single time.
What the hell, man?
They teleport. I'm telling you, it's not natural.
I've been nipping on some good shit.
Oh man!
Listen, the reason I smoke catnip is because the Lancer McMillan guy over here won't give me any of his Vicodin. I've been asking for like 3 weeks.
He's been sending you all that semen. Stories.
See, man.
See, senor.
So somehow sailor talk comes from Mexican ancestors that actually didn't speak Spanish in the first place.
It's funny because my wife's never been to sea, but she can talk like a fucking sailor. Bloody hell.
Wasn't International Talk Like a Pirate Day like just 3 or 4
really?
days ago? Yeah.
Fuck, I missed that.
Yeah. It was so funny. I've told this story like a million times, but that was the weekend I was working with Johnny Depp, and it was like International Pirates Day, and International Speak Like a Pirates Day. And so I go into work, and there's Johnny there, and so you know it's International Speak Like a Pirates Day. And he goes, "Yeah, I got that covered." Oh, brilliant!
I was expecting the answer or his response to be, "Don't do it."
Yes, don't you fucking dare!
Yeah.
I've got a gun. It's got 1 bullet in it, and
try over just in case. You know.
Yeah.
It's okay, puppy. It's okay. Just moving my leg.
So I was in Greece, and I picked up a blunderbuss, and it was a replica. But my wife this was our honeymoon. My wife's just like, no, you're not bringing that because we got to go through the airport, and they don't. And I was just like, no, it'll be fine. And and I have to say, at Heathrow, if you have not gotten the cavity search at Heathrow, go for it because it's simply divine. They are professional. They know what they're doing. But at any rate,
blunderbuss up. Jesus Christ.
Well, actually, the funny thing was too. I was like, I'm going through the airport in Greece. I'm going through the airport in Greece, and I was just like, I do have a firearm. It's in my briefcase, and it's actually a replica. It cannot fire. Like, oh, it's okay. I was just like, but you're gonna see it when you scan it. So I'm just letting you. It can't fire. It's fine. I was just like, you don't care. Like, yeah, it's fine. I was like, oh. Okay, great. The security in Greece is like, and I'm watching the guy put duct tape on the propeller of the plane that we're about to go on. I'm just like, I don't think you're supposed to do that, but okay. So do not use Olympic Airlines. But we get to Heathrow, and it turns out they don't have we're just like, it's a replica. It's fake. He goes, I completely understand, I'm sure. And we're just watching people like M16s just slowly come around us. It's just like, my wife had a point when she said that this was not a good idea.
See, I had an experience similar to that. Is coming off of the invasion of Iraq, and I was coming home and put all my gear in my suitcase to go through, and they'd loaded the plane, and then all of a sudden, the following people need to come down to customs, and I was one of them. And, I knew immediately what was going on because, I have all my Kevlar and everything in my suitcase. And, he said, can we see your ID? And I pulled out my military ID as opposed to my passport. And he looked at it and he said, you're coming from Iraq. I said, yes. He said, never mind. Send me back up.
Was that one of those random screen checks where they're just like, okay, we're screening these passengers at random. Osama bin Hassan bin seen.
Yeah.
Knowing
Osama bin
where.
McMillan.
Yeah, exactly. And Lance McMillan, please come to
Yeah,
the front of the. Just like,
Watch out, he's got a craft knife. Down, down, down.
I had a thing. I had a very unique car when I was like 18 years old. I had a 1978 Trans Am, the full Smokey and the Bandit looking one with the 6.6 liter shaker hood and everything, right? T-top
A big hat and mustache.
Yeah. And I had it, I don't know, a year and a half or something at this point. We're driving down the road. And all of a sudden, and we were in like a back road heading from one town to another town, right? And, we had a beer or two and we'd been smoking a little grass. We were rebel-y, rock and roll-y kids, right? We get swarmed by police. And this is not normal. Like, this is a couple of cars in front, a couple in back, the whole bit. And so I just stopped. And I didn't pull over or anything. I just stopped right in the middle of my lane, and they get out with their guns drawn and all. Put your hands out the windows, unlock the car, open the door from the outside and all that. And they totally got us like down on the ground with our hands behind our backs. We were totally the wrong guys, but they had the exact same car. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, holy! Do you guys
cousin Vinny in a nutshell?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, do you guys carry spare underwear and shit? Like, fuck, man! I thought I was gonna get shot. Oh, Jesus! It was crazy. Oh, okay. So we got a shout out to do here because Dunk on You 23 in the chat there is giving out. Sometimes the button, it's squishy. It's like rubber Spectrum buttons on this damn thing. Gifted out 5 Shills membership. So big thanks there, Dunk on You. And then we had a couple of people, because we were talking about cats and stuff. We've got to play the clip.
A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, people that came in. They're eating the cats.
Good cat. Good kitty.
Now, what they don't show you is the Secret Service breaking down the door and arresting the cats. Like, okay, we know what you did. Come on.
What you don't see is the piece of bungee that have attached between the TV and the cat. Yeah. And there's someone just holding the cat by its back legs. Just like, let it go.
Yeah. The poor cat's just sitting there going like, why is everybody so...
Yeah. Why is somebody making some growling noise behind me? What's that all about?
Trade me, motherfucker! Oh, it's funny.
The cat heard about what Trump was doing to his cousins in Springfield. It was just like, okay, that's it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
War is on now.
Can you? How delusional is a guy to go, oh, immigrants eating pets? So if it's got to be true then. Yep. And he starts spewing it off in, like a debate with your political opponent for not city council or something. Not yeah,
let's face it. It was JD Vance that really started all the furore with this. So when they lose, which they're going to, I suggest, and I should put this to the the Democratic Party and Kamala Harris. I suggest this. What they should do is they should stake JD Vance down, cover his naked penis with catnip, and just let loose tigers.
I'd like to commentate that.
Yeah, but again, does the catnip need to be done in the Haitian style to have it appropriately, fit the model here?
Oh, and the Bengal tiger's tongue has gone up his rectum. Yep, it's going in. Oh, and it takes a bite. Oh,
and it's gone out through his ears.
I just think that we should, give them a consolation prize if they lose like $50 to like the nearest furniture store or something like that.
The Republicans.
No. $50 gift coupon to the nearest gay sex store. Considering the number of the guys that they keep getting caught. Oh no, we're good family members.
Oh yeah,
We have nothing to do with it.
I'm gonna open one just in case there isn't,
I know,
just to
it's
make
just
sure
like-
we can fulfill this.
Seriously, I don't give a damn what your inclinations are in those areas, but the hypocrisy of, oh yes, they're all horrible people, they should be
I
burned alive.
know. Yeah.
And,
Did you
oh
did
no,
you hear
I got caught my hand with the cookie jar.
Yeah.
did you hear the controversy about during the Republican convention when
I don't mean to
they
interrupt,
basically-
Dunk, but I'm just trying to figure out how much Lance knows about gay sex when he says the hand was in the cookie jar. That just surprised me.
That cookie jar was
Okay,
upside down.
With my hand
I
in the
will
cookie
recuse
jar.
myself from further discussions on this.
Okay, sorry for the interruption, Dunk. Please continue.
Oh, don't worry, I'll hold it against you. And so what happened was,
Dunk, do you promise?
yes. If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Yeah, no, no, but during the Republican Democratic convention,
Easy for you to
English
say.
this time. It'll help.
the Republican convention, when they had that apparently Grindr, the server for Grindr in that area, went into meltdown because of overuse. Apparently, Grindr turned around and said, "Well, that's not actually true, but we did have a massive upturn."
Oh God!
And also Pornhub or something was
I'm falling
reporting.
firmly into the category of you can't make this shit up.
Oh yeah, no, this is Pornhub had a sort of a massive increase in, shall we just say, non-Republican style sexual activity.
That should be a category on Pornhub. They should have like Republican
Non-Republican.
porn. And they could have the different categories too. Are you actually a Republican or pretending to be a Republican?
Yeah,
Or
no,
do you
you
just
get-
want to sexually punish a Republican? Like, you
Yeah,
know,
you got Republican on Republican, Republican on Democrat, Democrat on Democrat, Republican on Democrat on Republican, and Republican curious.
on dog.
Gotta have the greens in there too, you know.
hey,
saying,
you got to
saying.
put a couple of sofas in for the JD Vances in the house too, right?
Republican on couch.
Yeah.
God,
With a washcloth.
Lord.
Well, no, with the washcloth that's like a niche group. That's like one of those ones that you have to pay extra to get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
maid
you
brings it when you're done. She can
Yeah, you
tell by
gotta
the
watch-
moans.
Well, and the maid has to be like Hispanic because it's one of those, I'm sorry, but if it's a Republican, you're gonna have to really just that hypocrisy is just gonna have to. Because that's what does it. I still can't. I would, if I had the balls, I would clip that for my show, but I just don't know how you fucking do it, and you don't get demonetized every fucking. I don't know how YouTube hasn't just said the Shills. Why the fuck do we still let them broadcast?
Well, we're pretty much as shadow banned as you could be, but
I
you know,
imagine, yeah.
yeah.
Oh. That is my favorite clip, though. That one and the clip of Dave, of course, because I love Dave and I love it when you show him. But
there's a few good ones that we hold back. We don't use too much, but there's a couple of older ones that we used to use that were really good. But they're specific insults to people being idiots, and for a time, you know what? There's only so many you can load up, right? You've got to.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna,
especially when we were talking about flat earthers and things like that, and the whole
Yeah.
community knew who you were talking about when you brought them up. Yeah,
yeah. Like we had one of this one guy, Gary Wabinga, with his hand in his pants, going, and it was really raunchy, man. But you know,
because
Must be getting
he was
tired.
always in the chat, wasn't he?
yeah, you know,
my
and he
brain
was,
just kind of like just went out for a minute, and all I heard was we were talking about gay Republican sex, and then you said how many you could load up with his hand in his pants, and I was just like, wait a minute, did I miss a part of this conversation?
Yeah, I think you blacked out for 40 seconds, but it still works as pretty funny. So you're all right.
And you keep insisting I haven't sent you any of my pain medications. I don't understand.
Well, it's called plausible deniability. I figured if I
okay.
said you hadn't and got pissed at you, nobody would. Thanks. Yeah.
I got you.
Ryan in the chat says, "Can we swear? Was that swear with a missing W? If it is, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, can we steer? So what he's asking is, can we like take one of the guests or the hosts and waterboard them, and then do like torture and like seer training, like right? So
I thought you should do the barbecue.
Do it. SERE, survival, escape, evasion, and rescue. I think is what it is.
Yeah, and so Lance is qualified in pulling people's fingernails out. So I think we're good. I think we're good.
Yeah, considering what I'd done here you actually saw it a little while ago. I was holding this because I was stemming full of blood.
Yeah. I am too, Ryan.
That was you taking your false nails off, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You got to practice on yourself before you go, big time.
Before you work for Kim Jong Un, you got to work your way up the ladder.
That's right.
Sounds like a euphemism for something.
Oh. That whole thing where he was in the little boat going down the flooded areas and whatnot, and they got stuck in a tree or something.
Was this?
What's his name there? Kim Jong-un. What the fuck? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a Napoleonic complex at all.
No, not at all.
No. And that Trump is just like, it boggles me that we live in a world where somebody can actually say, yeah, he's a great guy. It's like, excuse me, what?
He's a lovely guy, great guy, just like at Hannibal Lecter's. He's a great guy.
That was one of the most amazing moments.
It's the biggest rallies, big, huge.
The best people.
Yeah.
All the best people at the biggest rallies.
He said so many stupid crap in the run up to this. I can't believe anybody is like seriously considering voting for the man. You know, when the guy that's going to have the red button, so to speak, tells you that Hannibal Lecter, that he knew him and he was a good guy and stuff, there's problems here, right?
Listen, you're preaching to the choir. I don't. My thinking is they think that frogs are turning people gay or that the water is turning people gay. I think we need to just put Xanax in the water of every country south of the Mason-Dixon line and see if that doesn't help them.
Or catnip.
I don't want to put catnip there because then more cats are going to move south of the Mason-Dixon line and then everyone's going to lose their cat. And then Vance and Trump will have you'll walk into the White House. Trump will have like a cat head mounted on the wall and go, "You wouldn't believe what I did to that cat." It's like,
just turn the White House into a cat cafe.
Yeah.
Litter boxes everywhere.
And Vance
the information we got out of that cat before we finished.
First time the White House has been full of pussy for years.
Well, since Bill Clinton.
Fucking beat me to it, you asshole.
Professionals, you see.
JD Vance will be sitting there going there was a terrible incident where the cat was on the couch and mistakes were made.
Yeah, and then he looks over and he goes, "Oh, sir, you didn't eat that one, did you?"
So here's a question for you, though. When cats make love, why do they do it doggy style?
Or why didn't we name it kitty style?
And here I am, the asshole, going, that's a really good question.
It is.
I got to try to figure that out now.
There is an interesting question about that. Why is it so loud?
Because they're doing it right.
No. Do you know why cats are so loud when they're mating? If you ever see a picture of an actual male cat penis,
no,
it's got barbs on it.
Yeah,
that's cruel.
It's the only way the female will ovulate.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you for giving me nightmares for the rest of the. I'm so glad.
My job here is done. I'm going to go get lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope Trojan never comes out with a barbed condom. That's just,
Barbed for her pleasure.
For her ovulation.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking Shills merchandise.
Oh, God.
These are the
Yeah,
merch. Yeah, just add
now
that to
I'm
the merch
seeing,
store.
now
Nick.
I'm
Why
seeing
don't
a
you do that?
mega marketing scheme coming up.
They'll be
God, yeah.
popular in German gay clubs.
You can wear it inside out if you want.
That'd be like that's what's it called, a solis or something. You wrap it around your leg to cause you pain because you're an extreme Christian person. I saw it in that stupid movie about
Opus
symbols.
Dei.
Remember? Yeah,
Opus Dei and/or any number of them, but Opus Dei is the biggest one I know of.
Yeah.
that's some screwy shit.
Yeah,
Man.
They're fun.
The only
They're
way we
loads of
can be
fun.
holy is to torture ourselves.
Yeah.
Takes a really twisted
listen.
mentality to reach that extreme.
Yeah, you want to know who had that? You want to know who held that mentality for real? Mother Teresa. She wasn't fucking kidding with that shit. She deliberately put her house for the sick was deliberately designed to make life miserable for them because that brought them closer to Christ before dying. She was fucked up.
Yeah, I've heard some really horrible stories about her. Like, crazy bitch.
She was cray cray. Hitchens wrote a book on her called, and I love this, The Missionary Position.
You didn't say Stitchin', did you?
Hitchens.
Are you serious? That was the name.
I
of the
am
book?
serious. It's called The Missionary Position.
God,
That's what Hitchens called the book. And Penn and Teller did a whole thing on her during their series Bullshit. She was. I'm sorry. I don't want to have to say it, but she was a really horrible human being from what I can tell. And I've looked into it. She was and she caused a lot of misery and suffering.
Wow.
Deliberately.
Yep.
So I should be saying something more like Mother fucking Teresa.
Yeah, that would be more of a. And it was. And she actually
more appropriate.
I like it. It seems to land even harder that way. I kind of like it.
All the money that she collected, like that was supposed to help people to buy cots and stuff like that. No, she wouldn't buy cots for them because she wanted them on the floor because, again, they'd be suffering more. So as you're dying, she would put them on the floor. And then all those monies went to nunneries named in her name just to help the church, not to have anything to do with people suffering and dying. She took money from the Haitian dictator, the Valiers, was it? Or and then the UN was like, you do realize that he murders his own people. Maybe you shouldn't take money from him. And she's like, it all goes to God. So it's just like, wow. If I could use that excuse on like in
double
time
points,
and just
double points.
She would have been amazing on Wall Street with that attitude.
Yeah.
She had an amazing sex dungeon though. She wanted to make you feel closer to God while you're being whipped, and I know she was short, but she was actually 6 inches short, and people thought she was because she had 6-inch steel stilettos on all the time, just making sure you are miserable and closer to God.
To a woman like that, isn't a sex dungeon actually just like a barn?
Somewhere downstairs.
I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, that's why
I don't, and I think I want to keep it that way.
You're smart.
Not usually, but I did.
Yeah, Dave, what the goat said.
What happened?
I did the goat.
Okay.
Fuck happened there. Okay.
This is a professionally produced show for those of you who haven't figured that out. Dick Dawson is the man pressing the buttons, which is why they're all wrong. Just Dick's like, this red one looks like it might launch the show.
Hey, Nick, don't start taking the piss out of the show. Otherwise, I might just have to start taking the piss out of yours. And you're an easy target.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? This is a great show. Everybody hit like and subscribe. Come back, please, because the Shills is just.
Let's put
make
it
sure
this
you do
way.
that on your show as well. Come back. Give
We'll
the
go back to the
Shills
Shills.
a thumbs
Done.
up.
No problem.
I had
We're
one
good.
of these before the show. I had one of these in the beginning. I'm about to have my third, and I've been, drinking for 2 hours already.
And we're making jokes about me.
So, thanks to our sponsors tonight.
Yeah. So one missed slip of the button is not that bad. But I was going to say earlier, and I am going to say it now, I think I have to step up from the 15 button Stream Deck to the bigger one, because with all the gags and all the crap and whatnot, I just don't have enough buttons anymore.
Or maybe too many.
No, there's never too many. I need more gags and,
Hold
toys.
on. Nick's trying to do product placement.
I'm just suggesting to him a software that'll. Oh god. No, you got to replace that with. Could it be Mother Teresa?
Oh, okay, Dunk. I feel an edit coming up.
Okay, no.
You do need to look up the mercenary position. That really is the name of the. Hitchens did not fucking play around.
I'm not going to Google that right now.
I am not that funny.
Oh god,
Google that with safe search off and see how far you get.
Hang on. Didn't you say you said the mercenary position?
Did I say? I did say the mercenary position.
Missionary, mercenary. It really depends on which country they're from.
It depends who's paying.
Dear Lord.
Well, missionaries.
I just want everyone to know I'm
not
here. I'm not here by choice. I'm here because Dick offered me $3 to be on the stream, and quite frankly, that's a lot of money.
$3.50. Come on.
Which I appreciate.
Obligation album.
I appreciate, and I was just like, I hate to admit it, but really, I need the $3. So,
Yeah, but he was lying.
I South Parked him. I said, you're going to need about $3.50.
You're going to need $3.50.
Old joke. Here, I'll give this one to myself.
Shut up, Meg.
I listen. I know the exact one you're talking about. It was the and they long played the last final 350. They're like, I met the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah. And his wife, I gave him $1.
Oh, I love it when you make me feel old, Dick. Thank you so much for that. That's really why I come on here, is to boost my self-esteem. I'm over 50 and I get the fucking joke.
I'm over 50. I have less gray hair, though.
That's the point.
You notice that?
I know.
Yeah.
I did notice that.
I'll tell you something. A news story came up the other day that made me feel really old. Now, there was a TV show when I was a kid, and it was about, just kids at school. It's called Grange Hill. I mean, all the people in the UK remember Grange Hill. It was just a fucking institution of a show. It was horrible, because it was just horrible kids being horrible to each other. And you used to show it when you go back from school, which is brilliant. A great way to end your school day, like watching kids at school being horrible to each other. But anyway, there was there was a story that one of the cast members died at the age of 70 whatever, and it's like, oh my god, these were kids at school in a kids show that you used to watch when you were a kid, and one of the cast members is now dead at the age of 70 years ago. Jesus Christ!
That always does, yeah.
Now I feel old.
Yeah.
Well, and whenever any like movie star that was an action star that ends up dead, and from the time when I was like, oh shit, and it's just the only thing that saves me, and I can't believe I have to say but Tom Cruise saves my sanity, because as long as he's still like jumping out of airplanes, I can sit there and say I'm not that old. But then again, they're like, he's 60 years old and he did a halo jump, and I was just like, fuck, what have I been doing with my life? The literally insane guy, couch jumping Scientologist guy is doing a halo jump at 60. Yeah. I'm 50 and I'm like, but I'd like to eat today, but I have to go up a flight of stairs. So,
but the only original piece of equipment that Tom Cruise has is his head. The rest has been surgically replaced by young victims, right? So,
by Haitian cats.
That's right.
Yeah.
It always comes down to the cats. Here, I'm doing it again.
I
Then.
can't let it
A
go.
lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. People that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating.
Good kitty. Good kitty.
Oh man. You know what's so funny about this though? If these people are legally in the country and they don't have enough money and they go to like the welfare system or whatever, if it's so poor that they have to then go and trap and eat pets, it's actually the responsibility of the government as I see it. And like if I was the guy that was formerly in charge, trying to be back in charge, I wouldn't be bragging about the fact that the poorer people in my country have resorted to that kind of, it's unbelievable that he thinks there's power in that message. I can't understand it, you know?
Oh, the shit that he brags about. That,
Do you know what?
Like, why would you admit?
Do you know what the people of Springfield have been doing recently? They've been going to the Haitian restaurants to show support for the community.
Nice.
they've been filling the places up to go to eat at restaurants.
It's good eats.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Be amazing.
Oh yeah. You know, because kittens are tender when they're young.
Yes.
Right?
They've run out
You
of
don't
an
need
awful
the
lot of pets.
tenderizer.
Just avoid some of the restaurants in Koreatown, and you're good.
Sorry, we've run out of cat stew, but we do have tortoise soup and cockatiel pie.
Yeah, they're running around to the pet stores. Even look, there's no strays, man. What do you got? You know, the customers love it.
You go to the restaurant and say, "Oh, it's bloody small. There's no room to swing a cat." Well, there's none left.
All out of cats.
Yeah.
What I'm waiting for is for him to become truly unhinged, because my prediction is.
Wait a minute. What?
I know.
No, but he's right.
It sounds, but like the stress of, first of all, the stress of a campaign is unimaginable, and people who start with Dick's hair end up with my hair over a 6-month period of just campaigning for president, not even being president, just campaigning. Then on top of that, assassination attempts, multiple fucking trials at the civil, federal, state level, and jail time, any one of which would turn Dick's hair into mine. And it starts to explain that he's going to go crazy. Yeah.
Are you telling me he's not going to go into America's Got Talent then?
You know, I actually have a pet theory, and since it's PubChat and we're not really doing real news, it's a perfect time for it.
Do you eat pet theories too, or just
well, a pet theory? It's code for cookbook, but I'll just share a good recipe with you.
Oh, good. Oh shit, that was good. That was really
beautiful transition. Beautiful transition.
Thank you.
Good.
But I truly believe that what Trump's doing in trying to get reelected is not so much because he wants to actually be reelected and go be president again. I think it's actually because it's his best chance at getting out of all his legal troubles, because he can just wipe them away.
This is his only chance.
He knows it.
Yeah.
It's his only chance. Yeah.
That's what I think's actually going on. Well,
no, I completely agree. And there is still a little ego left in it for him, but he even acknowledged, I think it was yesterday, that he's not going to run in the next election no matter what happens. And I mean, like, he's reached the point he's done.
Really? He said that, has he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, which is actually
He'd said
thing.
Weird things before that, nothing came up.
Yeah,
he knows animals.
So he's done. I think he's done, and he just doesn't want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
But he has to, because otherwise it's jail, and I think he's figured that out.
Yeah, he doesn't want. He doesn't want to go down for the end of his life, like those elderly years in, like, prison situation and stuff. He's just trying to live it out in luxury now, man. It's a fight.
he doesn't want to go, he doesn't want to be in prison and dance with a guy named Bubba, which I completely understand. I wouldn't want to either. So,
Well,
it's basically
jail sex. I saw it on a TV
Practicing his
show.
ballroom, though.
But I saw it on a TV show. Jail sex, somebody will grab him by the back of the hair so hard that toupee will just get ripped right off. And he knows in jail there's no fixing it, right?
Yeah. I bet during the night of the election, when the results start coming in, he'll have a plane on the tarmac, just idly ticking over, waiting to whisk him off to Argentina. Or something.
Russia. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
He'll be in Russia.
It'll be Russia.
Yep.
No, he already said Venezuela, I thought.
Venezuela. He did say Venezuela. He said,
really?
He literally said, I could go to Venezuela and I'd be okay there, or something along those. And he basically tipped off that's the plan.
It's definitely in the back of his mind somewhere.
If you're in Venezuela and you can hear our voices right now, encourage your government to build a Trump wall.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And make the U.S. pay for it.
Yeah, and make him pay for it, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, I think there's a case to be made that he didn't believe he would win in 2015.
Ooh.
I think this was all just a ploy to find some way to play with the money that he'd get from running for president and then transfer it into his personal bank accounts. I think that was his plan all along. And then he was just like stunned with, holy shit, I actually won. How did this happen?
Yeah.
He had the cameras on him as the final numbers were coming in, showing he was going to win. Like his wife's face just fell. His face was like, "Oh shit!" And it's like you can tell, and it's just like, "Oh my god, he really didn't want to win."
Yeah. They wanted to go on, take the money, and run. Right?
Do you know how much it would have cost to redecorate the White House? Gold wallpaper.
Yeah. Gold shitters ain't cheap, right?
Well, I know the moment he decided
to special after Saddam lost all of his.
The moment he decided to run was when at Obama's press dinner, and they're all making fun of. And Jeffrey Ross came up and said, "I heard you're thinking of a run for president, and that if you did, you were going to run as a Republican," which I thought was strange because I thought you were going to run as a joke. And when he said that, Trump's face got so pissed. I was like, he's gonna run now. You just made it fucking happen.
Yeah.
I dare you to is what happened there, right?
Yeah, that was it. And I was just like, thanks, Jeffrey Ross. You just made,
Yeah.
Comedians who ruined the country.
As Liam said, he's the dog that caught the car. Now what the hell do I do with it?
Exactly. He's just like, and I think you had said this earlier too, and I really like this, Lance, which is I think he also thought it was largely a ceremonial position where what you do is you put your hand on glowing globes most of the day and just have pictures taken of you, and that's it, and that you don't actually have to make any real decisions.
You have flunkies do all the work. And, and you look at people like, say, Hitler is a perfect example of that's exactly what it was. It was just endless, sitting around and holding his salon and
the table
parties and everything. Yeah, and then they'd go into the map room and push pieces of wood around on the map. But
he was taught that behavior when he was jailed, but almost living like a king in jail. And he had all these gifts and visitors, and he was writing and everything. They taught him that behavior, I figure. Right?
Yeah.
If you look at it,
trying to overthrow the government, and then they said, let's elect him. I'm just saying.
And if you read the book, he lays out in actual detail the horror he will bring.
And people are like, he can't possibly.
Project 2025 has nothing to do with that.
And people are like, it's so crazy. He couldn't mean it. And it's just like, that is the most dangerous fucking thing you can think.
It was Project 1935.
Yeah, exactly. But you go back and despots love to do that. They love to set out and tell everybody, here's what I'm planning to do.
Yeah, dude.
Because I'm so great. You'll read my profound thoughts and you'll go, how can we disagree with this genius?
Well, that's what the
malignant narcissism.
That's what the megalomaniacs do when they're just about to reveal the story. Yeah, their plan to Bond as they're about to kill him with all the sharks, and Bond gets away, and he knows all the story now. He knows the plan.
Yeah.
Exposition. That's what you're talking about. You're talking about movie exposition.
That's one of the best lines.
The plot.
One of the best lines in all of like just cinema or like what is it? Not comic books, but where Ozymandias. They're like, we're gonna stop you, Ozymandias. He goes, what do you mistake me for? Some comic book villain telling you the plot, and you can and then you can overturn it. I already did this 25 minutes ago. It's just like he's telling them after doing it what his plan is. The plan's done. It's over, baby.
That's good. Hey, we got a super chat in. Joe Medley in the chat. Not sure what late arrival to the stream penalties are, but that's actually 2 beers. So use the direct donation link. Canadian dollars are similar to pesos, so better send about $300.
And I think they said that cats are a substitute for. So if you can send 2 cats, 1 cat per beer, that's also acceptable.
That's not on the show, Nick. That's in your actual backyard.
Yeah, thanks for making that call, Dick. I thought we discussed this the last time. This shit isn't funny. The local SWAT team knows my name by this point because they're like,
I call it slapping.
Time.
I call it slapping. Yeah. Sorry. No. Hey, you want to see something? I took a chance and I bought one of these vertical mice. You see? So when I turn it this way, the mouse is sideways.
Oh.
You see?
Yeah, I've got a cat. The same sort of thing. I've got with 2 legs on one side, longer than the other. So we've got a vertical cat.
Yeah.
I have a phone that when you turn it sideways, you're looking at it sideways. Dick, why don't you smoke another blunt? And
no, but don't
you're on the right buttons.
Look, you see the flat bottom where the laser is down there. The mouse is up sideways, right? And I now feel it when, like, I've been using this mouse for about 5 days. And now when I go to the keyboard, I can feel my wrist get into uncomfortable mode. It's really, really nice, actually. It's taken me like 5 days to get used to really using it, or 4 days, whatever it's been now, I think. But I recommend them to those with like the whole carpal tunnel wrist thing and everything going on. I really do. Holy, is it nice.
And we are very proud that you know how to use the mouse, Dick. We are prouder of you, and thank you for explaining that. I think it's like your parents, I'm sure, have sent you a card.
He gets a gold star on his little
exactly
certificate.
I think somebody's going to win the Golden Cock Award.
Said cock or cuck?
Oh, yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Okay,
well, the Golden Cock Award. The only question I want to know is how much Vaseline do you need? Wait a minute. No, let me save the question for afterwards.
Hold on, we get a party dance for that one. That was awesome. I'm gonna have to make a new a gag for that, the Golden Cock. But I'm sure that if we award the Golden Cuck more than once or twice, YouTube might just kick us off YouTube completely.
Well, I mean. And Lance, you and I had this conversation. My wife's boyfriend explicitly told you not to talk about these kinds of things, and he's going to punish me after the show anyway. Why are you? I mean, you know what? I don't want to talk about it. I trusted you, Lance. I trusted you.
My nefarious scheme is in full swing now.
Oh shoot! There's a banging at the door, and what's worse is my wife's boyfriend is the head of the SWAT team that Nick keeps calling. So it's just like it ends up one way or another. I get fucked, and I'm not going to go any further. You know what?
There's a lot of fisting going around.
So we don't bother, having, swatting you. We just get the local school kids to ring the doorbell and run away.
By the time I get to the door too, I'm like, "You kids," and I was like, "Oh fuck!" Now I really.
Oh look, they've left me a paper bag on the doorstep, and it's on fire. I better stamp it out. Oh no! What was in that bag? Yeah, so some vital evidence.
We'll report him as a Haitian national that's been, breeding cats.
There's a cat in the bag.
Yeah,
Don't let
he
the
makes
cat out of the bag.
he makes a nightly trip to Springfield with a truckload.
Yeah,
So
I mean, let's be fair. There's nothing wrong with breeding cats.
There's a question in the live
This is
chat.
how you do it.
There's a question in the live chat that needs to be answered. It's my wife's boyfriend, ? Yeah, you need to ask Commander Lance McMillan the answer to that one because he is the most experienced and knowledgeable of all of us. He's been through the military. He's been to war college. He can explain to you the answer to that joke.
You know what happened?
Ask Lance about my wife's boyfriend and the cuck. He'd be delighted to explain it to you.
That sounds like the title of your autobiography.
Speaking of which, there is a couple of issues in Nick's world that have to be dealt with. So if you're the kind of person that's a really good shot, got a scope, good rifle and whatnot, get in touch with him. Let him know.
And live anywhere near a Mr. Rick Lawson, code name. Have a good scope. I can pay you $350 for it, but because that's what I get paid. But
Hey, how come it
it's
went
really
up? I only
important.
got $325.
It all depends on what it costs to get a cold can of beer in your area.
Okay, well, there you go.
No, actually, $3 in America, isn't that get you like a 6-pack of really weak, no alcohol beer? Like, isn't it cheaper than shit or something?
Duels or something?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's been so long since I drank.
Or would that get you one of those big, huge, like 1.5 liters? What do you guys call that? I don't fucking know. A dwarf?
Mad Dog
What you
2020.
do? What you do in the hand there? A little person.
We get these big bottles of beer up here at the beer store, and they're like almost a 2-liter bottle or something of beer. And they're meant for people that are just going to go sit outside somewhere and drink it or whatever. And when you get like a third of the way through it, it's just starting to get warmer and warmer. And then you start to taste how truly terrible the beer in that bottle is, right? And, so it's desperate measures. It's what those bottles are, right?
This is the beer equivalent of fortified wine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One of them we get up here is called Big Bear, and they don't have bottles or cans or anything. Just these monumental bottles of shitty beer.
It is kind of funny, when it's like Americans or North Americans or anybody from that side of the continent moan about the British and warm beer. And it's like when we have the same sort of discussion with people over your side of the pond, the beer has got to be freezing cold, otherwise you'll taste it, and you don't want to do that.
Well, and the equivalent to is the wine in a box. It's like if you're buying your wine by the box, there's
Dunk those.
Wine vintage.
Oh yeah. I stopped buying a wine in a box because it's all gone to shit. It's all crap. But there is a technique. I know what you're going to say there, Nick, because what you do is you put the box wine in the fridge, and it's chilled, and it comes out perfect the first few glasses, and then obviously the box warms up, and you can bloody taste the thing, and you go, So what I do?
Are
is
we
I just-
talking about wine or women here? What the fuck? Is
Well, both the same. No, women go colder. I've noticed they don't warm up. So what I do is I keep some ice on hand. So I just block some ice cubes in my wine and drink it that way. So yeah.
Oh, you're a heathen.
I know. It's not, but I am a heathen. I'm not drinking it because I'm a wine snob. I'm drinking it because I'm an alcoholic. That's
you know what they need to get. You know how you can get that thing where you put a bottle of wine in it and it makes it cold quick. The little chiller thingy. They need a thing where you rip the box off and put the bag in it and go. There we go. Right.
I had a chemist friend of mine try that with liquid nitrogen. Turns out bad idea.
Yeah, they should call it bladder wine because it's actually a bladder in there.
That will smell.
It is.
There's got to be something you can do similar to what they have for military field rations, where you have a little plastic pouch, you put a little water in there, and the chemical reaction with the water boils the water, and you drop your little pouch of food in there, and heats it up real quick.
Yeah.
You just want the reverse of that.
Yeah, I can't imagine that there isn't something that is.
There is though.
So you just take the cat, drop it in the water. I'm sorry. I
don't know
why my head keeps going. I'm just, I think
you're obsessed with pussy. That's your problem.
Yeah, but hold on. Take like that like a heat rub cream or something. It's not hot in the tube. It's it seems to need like the air or something to help or whatever make it happen, or the touch, right? So
you go to a hospital and they're going to have little cool packs where it's a normal thing, but you break it and the chemicals mix and immediately it gets frosty.
Right.
So you could do the same thing. You just need
that in a food safe package and you could put it in your beer, right? It's it's like a portable ice cube.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I want these. Can we make them reusable somehow? Wouldn't that be great, right? Or no, we need to make them.
It's called ice.
Yeah, but we need
chill wine pack.
It's actually been done before. You don't have to reinvent the wheel here. So
but here, hold on. We need to make them so they're reusable, but they come with an app and a monthly subscription.
Actually, almost that thing exists. You can get those like stone ice things that are reusable, and they're I forget what kind of stone, but it's like a pumice thing. And so what happens is they've got so many pores in it. No, for your drink, because it actually works. It cools it so quickly because of the extra surface area. So you freeze them,
that makes
drop
sense.
it in your drink,
and
it cools your drink like that. Then you finish your drink. Wash them off, put them right back in the freezer, and you only need like 6, and you can keep going all night because they'll freeze just like that. It's insane. There's no app, but it covers all your other. They work.
Yeah,
I want. Okay,
that's like a lava rock thing. It's exactly. I don't know what they're made out of, but the really high grade ones
got to be made out of cats.
Yeah, the bones that have been stewed.
Well, it's a good way to. Well, no, it's not made out of cats. That's disgusting. It's actually used for cooling the cats before you. Because what you can do is you can use them. You can insert. I think. Could we discuss something else, please? I'm not comfortable with where this discussion is going, and I'm aware that I'm the one driving it. So it's probably a little unfair, but I'd really like to start talking about something.
I got you.
And now for something completely different.
A man with
camel toes.
I will never question your buttons again. Never mind. Dunks on the show. High. Can we go back to the previous topic, please? I don't want to.
Camel toes. For all your desert towing needs, go to Camel Toes and they'll tow your tank out of the desert, no problem.
And those can also go in the freezer. But the problem with that I've found is that once you let them out, you get a restraining order put against you. It's just one of those things. It turns out people don't think it's funny. Anyway, I'm just saying.
I have so many bad jokes that I want to utter that I'm not going to.
Isn't that funny?
Draw our sponsorship deals for tonight, though.
We could have a really good bunch of sponsors for this show if only people were sick enough to make the fucking products, right?
hey, Elon, you're sick.
Yeah.
There you go.
In time,
Tonight, we're sponsored by SpaceX. Yeah, penis-shaped rocket. Oh no, that was Bezos, wasn't it? Yeah.
Hey, UTV and Ham there in the chat. Boom,
Hey, sponsoring us.
boom. $5 super chat in, and it's nothing less than so Nick can earn a living.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Yeah,
we did follow Nick's advice. I'm never going to get any respect from anybody, and this show is not this show is the rule. But at any rate, we did in fact. I followed Dick's advice. We got a sponsor for In Time. We got one of the best sponsors you can possibly imagine. Their product is so good. They are paying us not to associate with it in any way whatsoever.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it is a good product.
But there's something to be said about sponsorship through blackmail. Give me $1,000 or I'll talk about your fucking product on my show. Yeah.
Boeing produces our show. That's anyone could tell just by
no
coming
wonder
to the first.
Nothing works.
Yeah. Well, it works for the first 30 seconds and then half of it stalls out. And then we need to get rescued. It's like that's when I usually call Dick and I'm sitting there going like, okay, we're halfway through the show. Nothing's working. Do you mind? Can my host like just grab a spot on your show while we try to land this fucker?
Yeah.
Okay, well, don't worry about it.
The portion that was, done in Seattle works fine. It's the portion that was built in North Carolina. That's the one that doesn't work properly.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
And I'm reading your live chat.
Oh, no, there's a whole history of Boeing and what they did. And
they actually, due to that whole back history of moving the source factory and that whole thing, they did the exact same storyline on that show For All Mankind. There was a change and whatnot, and not so good. They literally put that in. It was really cool.
Oh, your live chat. I really love your live chat. Respect never crossed my mind. Thank you. It's fun. I love going on channels where I feel like I'm respected and appreciated. I expect to get shit from the hosts, but when the live chat joins in, I'm pretty much just like, you know what?
Yeah.
You can go and hang out with motherfucking Teresa if you want.
Guys,
go on her
well,
show.
Dunk, I'm starting to think might be preferable. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Here, check this out, guys.
Shills,
we got to rewind. I know that's not always the best thing to do, but this is really cool. Annette found this. Check it out. Oh, God damn it! Did you piss off? All
right. Okay.
Yeah, the pop-ups, but you get 4 stainless steel whiskey ice cubes with tongs and blah blah. It's $26. That's Amazon.com, so that'd be American. So there you go. But imagine how many of those you have to buy to have company over, and you have to keep taking their old ones, washing them, putting back in the freezer, and that's going to cost you about $1,000, right?
Excuse me, if I got a good whiskey, I'm not sharing it with anyone. Company ain't going to be a problem. I'm just gonna and it's not that I'm an alcoholic. It's just that
grab a tablet, curl up with some Pornhub, and get drunk, right?
But to be fair, though, it is a really good idea. For cooling down in without actual water.
Exactly.
It is very, very.
Oh, no. Get Suntory whiskey. It's made in Japan, and it is 43% proof. The extra 3% is exactly because it is intended to be drunk with ice, and the ice melts enough to bring it down to the 40. That's Suntory whiskey. Oh, shoot. Sorry. That was the sponsor I wasn't supposed to mention.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So now they're going to have to pay it twice because what you're actually doing is saying, look, I'll fucking do it. Oh, 1 sec.
Although a lot of people, drink whiskey and they'll put, whiskey in water. They'll put water in it, and apparently,
I don't know why. They're obviously,
I've never really understood that.
The obvious question is it plain with water or with soda? because I've seen all three.
Yeah. I mean, I did have a somebody send me some malt whiskey that was like 80% proof, and the idea was like because then you added the water to water it down. But
So we got another question in the live chat. What is
I
Pornhub?
didn't.
Pornhub is to OnlyFans like the Roman chariot is to an Audi. If that works. I heard someone told me. A friend.
Audis are pretty front heavy as it pertains to handling, and horses outweigh people. So yeah, I'll go with that.
What horse is doing on Pornhub? What are you guys talking about?
You have to know the right link.
to
You have to
ask.
have the right link. Yeah, it's just the
Just
first
back to
thing about
bestiality
Horse Hub.
again.
The first rule of Horse Hub is you do not talk about
Horse Hub.
Horse hub. Oh my gosh.
Well, hold on, because I got the about Horse Hub founded by JP Vance.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that's the first rule of Horse Hub is you don't talk about Horse Hub, because as soon as you talk about Horse Hub, you go, "What? What's Horse Hub? You really?
Oh my god.
Dirty bastard."
Do they sell harnesses for like no, I'm not
Blinkers?
doing it. I'm not doing it.
Thank you. I think we just that was almost we almost went right off the ledge there. That was close. That was a nice save.
And now
I
for
like
something
ledges.
completely different.
Dunk your dance. You take a look at the ledge and go, why haven't we all jumped off yet?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing on?
Yeah. Why are you
He's
standing
already
back?
falling, looking back, going, "Come on!"
Yeah, yes. It's like you're all standing 3 feet away from the edge. I'm not getting close to that. Come on, it's the views love me from here. It's hilarious.
Oh, we got another super chat in here. Whitefishy1 with a $10 super chat, and it's a really good one too, because it looks like beer is expensive in British Columbia. Slava Ukraini. Good super chat. Thanks, Whitefishy.
You know what? Champagne and fine malt whiskies are expensive in the UK as well. Just saying.
Focus on British Columbia, people.
And I know I've said this before, but to Andrew, Peter, no, I'm not on Pornhub. I am on OnlyFans, and what I do there is I start naked and I start putting clothes on. The more money people pay me, I usually make about $2,000 in about 15 minutes. It's great.
I should correct him. He is on OnlyFan.
Yeah, I've got one fan, but
He's
they'll
his
pay me
only fan.
$2,000 to get dressed.
Yeah. What's going on is dude's web browser is caught in a loop, and his homepage is Nick's page, so he just has to pay him daily to fucking stop.
That's why I wear the jacket. See, is I have to wear that jacket. I get paid to wear the jacket. The more I take off, the more they just give me money to put it back right back on. It's a great
watch. Come and watch Nick Suter masticating live.
Oh God.
He'll chew for you.
That was about as scary as a thing can be.
That's why I make the big bucks.
That's why you do the big bucks. Horse Hub.
Into my page.
If you ever wondered, do we make bullet points to talk about before coming to the show? You've realized tonight that's a big
We have no idea.
no.
Nobody has any idea what they're doing on this show.
Yeah. I'm double thinking it right now that should we have even bothered, because I'm pretty sure that we've been demonetized, deprioritized, and yeah, but that's okay. Oh yeah. Commander Pill Popper's in the house.
It's time.
Hey, no, please, no full frontal drug use on this channel, please.
Yeah, I know. That's no joke.
He just
That's
misses the
actually no joke.
unicorn.
Yeah.
He just misses the unicorn. Wants to bring it back.
It's just titled.
Was that on Horse Hub as well?
Yeah, that's again a specialty. Yeah, it's So no, the horse
You just
hump's
glued up.
interesting.
You just glued a horn on top of a horse. Come on, that's not real.
Okay. Whoa. Wait on the jokes until he has finished doing.
Finish swallowing, Lance. Finish swallowing.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just everybody, just for
It's a
safety's
skill you
sake.
mastered when you were 3.
Yeah. Well,
Allegedly.
mastered.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. That's okay. Yeah. Do you
And
have
he's been swallowing ever since.
I wish I had a button for that.
That's what she said.
Oh, I don't.
So
Well, she
Lance,
would
I'm
say
gonna
if
ask you.
her mouth wasn't full.
I want to ask you an honest question, Lance. Now that because I've now seen the Lance on medication and Lance off of medication. Once your knee is better, can you just stay on the meds? Because this Lance is far more entertaining. I just got to say, you're more fun to just hang with.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Take the.
You should see him on heroin.
Yeah. Well, it's opiates, right? Is the big painkillers. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm tapering down off of these. I mean, they authorized X amount, and I'm at like a third of what they authorized and trying to cut down on it. So
yeah, they're very easy addictive, and
they're not good for you either. Long-term usage and all that kind of stuff.
I'm lucky. I'm allergic to the whole
other
works
thing is
of it.
the moment you start taking them, you also want to make sure you're taking Metamucil with it.
They have a wine cork like effect.
Yes.
That shit clinches right up like a balloon, man. Wow.
You didn't have one kind of discomfort, we'll give you another. Boom, ching.
Oh,
nice timing from the dog.
yeah.
Yeah, I can tell pretty much within about 5 minutes when the pain meds are starting to wear off and I need to go to the next one. So I alternate between this is basically just Tylenol, acetaminophen. And then I take
Intravenous vodka.
Yeah, no, you take every 2 hours, you'll take one or the other.
Right. Yeah. And painkillers are fine when you need them, but opiates aren't candy.
Done properly, but yeah.
I remember the first time they gave me one of these, and it wasn't this, synthetic opioid stuff. It was Tylenol 3, which is refined codeine, basically.
Yeah.
And it was for a hernia operation. And they gave me like a little envelope with 6 of them in it and said, here, just take these to deal with the pain. I took one that night right after the operation. I went back down to the farm. This was aboard ship. I went down to the pharmacy the next morning and turned in the other 5. And I said, I never want to see these again. I am already an addict and I will kill you to get these back. Do not let me in the room. I swear to God, it was just like,
I've never got to try. I'm allergic to codeine and a couple other things that make opiates and all that shit in general just off the list for me. Never got to experience any of it.
That was the same problem I had with the catnip problem. So, I'm very glad to be rid of that.
What,
and,
you're allergic to the tongue of a cat getting too close to?
Well, no, it was both the catnip and the method of ingestion, which was in hindsight a poor idea.
It's like a reverse fart.
And it was, and when I say in hindsight, I literally mean, but can we change the conversation again? I'm really just not. Once again, I'm not comfortable with the direction of this conversation.
Here, we can do it with this.
Richard Gere and gerbils.
Well, now the problem you have.
We have really
now, I
descended
find
into the
hamsters
depths and
work
started
better.
digging now.
Yeah. This
Hamsters-
is literally become how to dig an outhouse, right? You know?
On the site of a former out.
yeah.
Does this soil smell funny to you?
Dig through the first one. Get to the.
Oh, Lordy. Yes. Our friend.
Okay.
Oh.
So, if I can be serious for a second.
Today we're making fuck off pie.
We're gonna find
With
out.
1 cup of no one cares, a dash of kiss my ass, add some fuck yous, a pinch of blow me. You're gonna want to stir it all together and shove it up your ass.
One of my favorite little gags. Love that one.
I think I dated her once.
Annette found that one. It's
Good
you
one.
know, yeah, especially if you time it right to the right moment. Oh, is it really good? But I think I just want to clip the ending too. You're going to want to shove it up your ass, because that's it's got a little punch too, right? Puppy
If you
agrees.
say so, I am delighted. You said if I could be serious for a minute, and the answer we learned is no.
Oh, never, right?
Not on PubChat.
Yeah.
Not on PubChat. That ain't gonna happen.
I don't ever think I've been serious for a minute. Actually, on 42 show, it happens sometimes if I get into rant mode, because it takes me about a minute before I finally end with
Yeah, my problem is I don't think I've ever said anything in less than a minute. It takes me about a minute to get to the introduction of whatever my point is ultimately going to be.
takes you a minute to take the breath, because it really seems like
Well, I'm quite impressed because you actually explained that in less than a minute.
Yeah, I did.
You know
but
what?
that was
We've found something we can make a YouTube short with you.
I wish I
The
had an
reason
award we could give them, but I don't.
my wife said that she had a way to help. She had some medicine. She called it 2x4-atonin or something. What it was a subtle application of a piece of wood that happens to be a 2x4, and if you apply it very directly to the back of the head, it does influence
At
your
least
concentration.
At least she didn't go to the Bobbitt School of Marital Relations.
No, she didn't. She didn't graduate first class from that at all. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
The sliced off.
You'll have to explain that to the young kids in the audience.
Bobbitt's the
No,
guy
you
who
don't
got
need to
his
explain
thing
that to anyone.
slung.
No, you don't need to explain that to anyone. I think we need to change the subject matter.
Quickly.
I would like to. Yeah, I'd like to change the subject. It took the officers a lot longer than I'm proud of to find it, because it was just. I guess it didn't stand out. I guess is what I was told.
Yeah, the guy had just mowed the lawn. It got lost.
You hit it by shoving it up someone's ass. You can't find
Allegedly.
it.
Allegedly. Listen, guys, you need to start to learn the word allegedly, okay? Because there's a lot of wild accusations being
We
thrown around.
don't.
Sue me.
That's not in the Canadian dictionary. Sorry.
It was purportedly alleged.
It was purportedly. I like that even better.
It was on a ledge, and then
It
it
was on
wasn't.
a ledge and it fell off.
It was on a ledge. Dunk showed up, shoved everybody off, and then just jumped right after them.
Cat knocked it off the ledge.
Yeah. On its way to the butcher.
Yeah.
Was the cat on the way to the butcher or the alleged? Never mind. I don't.
Somebody jumped off allegedly while the cat walked by. It's
Yeah, but
really
this is while they were
confusing.
allegedly looking for the bobbit. So I'm just curious if it was the bobbit that was on the way to the butcher or but I don't need an answer to that. And I'm really sorry. I
The
apologize.
bobbit, the hobbit, and the knife sharpening lass.
Didn't he make a porno after that?
Either that or it's going to be Dick Dawson's autobiography.
Oh no! If I wrote an autobiography, I don't think there's a publishing house in the world that would touch it.
But the great
First,
thing
you
is,
need to learn to write. But,
the great thing is, you can write an autobiography about Dick Dawson, and then you can just make shit up, and you just go, "Well, it's not me anyway, so fuck you."
There's something to that, isn't there?
It's the first non-fiction autobiography.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hang on, no, I don't mean non-fiction. I mean fiction. Fictional.
fiction. Swing and a miss, but that was good try.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not going to bust your balls because I know if you ever decide to unload on me, I am in so much fucking trouble.
I'm being nice to you. I'm being nice to you.
You are, and I'm very thankful.
I remember when I was
the
young.
Last time I got someone's load, it was just really an unpleasant situation.
Okay, that was
enough about Bukkake. We won't go into that.
Yeah. We all went to Japan, Nick. Just some of us did it for different reasons.
Well, look, I mean, I did it for the same reasons. I just read the pamphlet. I didn't speak Japanese, so there was a miscommunication when I was trying to get a latte and I asked if I wanted cream, and it escalated from there to a situation I really don't want to talk about.
Oh, you need to come to the back.
Yes, you were there. It's like that movie. What's it called? Inadequacy. Inequity. In Audacity. Yeah. Do you fancy a Starbucks? No, I don't have time for a blowjob.
Oh God.
That's why I decided not to go with the actual suit today, because I was just like, I don't think I'm.
It's in the cleaners. After he got that load on him, he's got to get cleaned up.
That's why it's the.
You should be wearing that dress that Clinton soiled instead.
The truth is, YouTube should have demonetized us a long time ago, but I know a couple of producers, and it turns out if you got some friends and if you're willing to do a few demeaning things, your channel just goes.
Nick, is that a pen or a cigar in your hand?
Yeah, we're just going to call him Monica from now on.
Nicholas Lamar Lewinsky.
Oh Lord.
Commander's sitting there thinking, I hope my wife never watches this fucking shit.
Yeah.
Well, we finished the latrine redigging project, and now we're excavating for ancient artifacts.
with 4 ancient artifacts.
Oh my.
Okay.
God.
Yeah. So
this is like watching Clarkson, May, and Hammond with some other guy, but without the beautiful locations.
this is like watching LSD night in a retirement home, for fuck's sakes.
Hey, I
need to clear up something in the live chat. Now, you don't actually get to see these things on the channel. It doesn't. You don't go to my channel to see. That's the OnlyFans thing. Okay, no. If you want to see, no. My channel does not have those activities. I would really like to make that clear.
They're much
The way
worse.
the suit was involved was, I just. Can we change the topic again? I feel like.
But you keep bringing it up.
I know, and I don't know how that happens.
You're the one that keeps wanting to change the subject, and you're the one that starts it.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
You started talking about the horse fucking and everything, and he's like, "Yeah, okay, all right, we'll run with the horse cock and all that kind of stuff you want to talk about. Fine, we'll do that. Horse hub and everything. Yeah, you invented it.
There's this adage that when you're in a hole, the first thing you got to do is stop digging. And the problem is,
you brought the spade.
Yeah, I'm the one who brought the
He
spade.
brought
and I
a
just,
backhoe, man. Fuck. Dude's going for China.
I think the problem is,
Asian backhoe.
I kept the Tylenol right next to the MDMA, and right before the show, I may have inadvertently, and I love you guys, but I don't know. I'm just saying.
You should just start drinking heavily instead. You'll be all right.
You guys missed the joke of the night. Commander said Asian backhoe. Little callback.
Asian backhoe.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a callback to the other part, but still funny as fuck.
Sounds like he was being racist.
It's never happened around here before.
No, what never happened around here.
Remember, we're only friendly racists.
Yeah, just remember, around here, everybody gets picked on. We pick on each other all the time. So everybody else is fair game too, right? Well, nobody means anything unless they go on a rant and really get excited about it.
Yeah, but I noticed we don't have fair representation on the panel there.
Get a couple of Yanks, a Brit, and a Canuck. That's
not enough green people. I'm sorry. Am I racist if I call you a green person? Are you color challenged?
No. I'm not. That's not racist. If you call me a greeno, yeah, that's racist.
In person, he's more yellow because he just doesn't really care for himself very well. But
I can't really think of a snide argument with that. Quite true, actually.
Yeah, like I remember you were talking about the shed you built one time, and I was like, yeah. And once you were done, I bet your wife moved all your belongings into it. Right?
I have to sleep vertically now.
That's not what happened. She moved all the ashes of my belongings.
Yeah.
Arthur, 2 sheds, Jackson.
Yeah, no, but he's still married. We're the divorced ones, right?
Yeah.
Close, Ward. Close.
Yeah. Mine made it very clear that the relationship wasn't going to be a long-term one when my son was about 3 years old or whatever. And she decided that the only thing in life that was going to make her happy was to go off and be a stripper. And I said, well, just make sure your bags are packed.
Listen, I think that's
my bags are into very packed.
Other than the fumes, there's nothing wrong with it. You just spray the stuff on the paint and then you grab a spatula and take the paint right off. I don't understand what the problem is.
Somebody gave me advice at the time about sandblasting and stuff, but it seemed like an investment. It just,
I don't know whether to be honored or scared that I'm the only one who laughed at that one.
I mean, at least buying her a Christmas present is really easy because you just get a subscription to Manscaped. Get a free Shills clip brush.
Yeah. Yeah. A 1-year supply of a waxy taxi shows right up at your door.
I had a friend who had a divorce party. I thought that was a good idea. That was hilarious. Like I'm celebrating the divorce.
Yeah. Andrew Petrie in the chat says, I love my divorce. My divorce papers are in a frame on my dresser in my bedroom. I shit you not. They are.
I had a friend that had a divorce party, invited first of all her exes, which was hilarious. So it's like all her exes got invited to the divorce party.
I love it already.
All her friends, and it was just like this big, huge thing. And then she was like, yeah. And then for the final thing, we're going to take the wedding dress and light it on fire. She's like, okay.
While she's in
awesome.
it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Naturally, being one of her exes, I was the one invited. I was just like, I don't know how to feel about this. I was like, for me, it's I dodged a bullet party, but But yeah, okay.
Yeah, but in your case, you probably literally did dodge a bullet
Oh, yeah, well, if you know any of my
multiple
exes,
times.
I've had to dodge multiple heavy objects on more than one occasion. And I never seem to learn. This is where the 2x4 again comes in. It's just like, no matter how many times that 2x4 gets applied to my skull, I still haven't learned.
Does it get just a little bit bigger each time, like a defense thing? You know, grow a
Oh
little.
no,
bit bigger?
my head couldn't get any bigger than it already is. But it clearly I'm not able to
Ask the
retain new
cow.
memories afterwards. Please, I know I'm late yet. Can I say, dear Lord, that I wake up and just say, what a horrible nightmare that was. I didn't really go on the Shills. I
You
didn't do
knew
that
where you were
voluntarily.
coming, motherfucker. Take your.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Lord has liked and subscribed to the channel, and is now a member. So thank you very much, Lord.
Yeah.
I think it's just so he can send you the link in the morning. Yeah, you're
I
on
like
this.
that. Yeah.
I would just wake up in prison, in federal prison, and just realize this was all a dream.
Again?
And I've got a roommate, calls me Mary Sue. It's fine. I want to be on the Shills. That's all.
Oh, it could be worse. You could have been a cast member in Greece.
Or any of the other shows we were talking about earlier before the green room.
I have a $10 direct donation in, and I recognize the name, but I'm pretty sure that the name is not the one I'm supposed to use, and it's actually a user in the live chat that has a different name. So I'm going to wait for that person to go, it was me, and if more than one of you speak up, you know, I'm just going to do the whole Zeus thing, you know?
It was me and so was wife.
Yeah. Oh, Grease 2. I had a girl make me sit and watch Grease 2, Mike71 in the chat there. And even with Michelle Pfeiffer in it, it's one of the worst movie experiences you could ever have. It's awful.
I've managed to black it out. I can't remember it.
You're doing well then.
Yeah.
Yeah, your Jedi powers are increasing.
You did. I'm waving my hand. You did not watch me.
It's awful. You know, the first one I actually do like. It's a really fun film. You know, no, it doesn't have to be good. It's fun. I already put my qualifying down on it. I'm not saying it's.
Isn't that your motto here?
What?
It doesn't have to be good. It's fun.
That's usually how I hit on them.
That's the title of this show.
That's what I'm saying. That's your motto.
Yeah.
No, I think that makes perfect sense.
You can use it on your channel. It doesn't have to be fun or
we were going to use
or entertaining or factual or anything.
We haven't been good or fun for any significant length of time, but come subscribe anyway and maybe send us a super chat. You know, have you ever heard of a pity super chat? I'm not above pity super chats.
That's true. You know, it sounds like you already spent money on a microphone. How about you get some, you know, personality lessons? You know, I would take that as a super chat if it's $500.
You can get lessons in personality.
No,
my wife was right. I thought she was just joking.
You can get the lessons. It's just whether or not they work is irrelevant.
Yeah, you get a horse to water, but yeah.
I'm sure there's somebody on the internet doing personality lessons.
They sell.
Sorry, Commander.
They sell personality lessons in the bottle. It's called Glenfiddich.
Ooh. Or Glenmorangie.
You know. Can we see her boyfriend? Who? What? Here, I'll bring up a picture.
I was wondering if that was a callback to. Never mind. Because I like the current direction of this conversation, I am not accepting callbacks to previous discussions, jokes, to anything prior to this moment.
Wise and prudent move.
Thank you. I do learn on occasion, even without the help of the 2x4. Exactly.
So there's the dude in question. They were saying, can we see a pic of the boyfriend? So there we go.
I didn't know you had a boyfriend, Dick. He's a handsome fella.
No, not mine. Just a little joke for somebody in the chat there. We're at 2 hours. We're at, what time is it here? 5 o'clock. I got about 25 minutes.
Yeah, I'm petering out. As much fun as it's been talking about horse appendages, it's just like I got to get up in the morning, and I'm 3 hours ahead of you guys or whatever. So,
boy, the number of puns we could make out of that sentence! Wow,
dude, that means it's 9 p.m.
He's got his bedtime. He's got his jammies on.
Yeah,
he's got brush his tooth.
Can I have a bubble bath with the horse?
I'm so well. The horse is allergic to bubbles, so I found that out the hard way.
Is Bubbles allergic to the horse?
Bubbles, the monkey, the gorilla.
No, yeah, here I got him. Hold on. Oh God, what is going on? What the hell? There.
Dynamic action going on.
Yeah. I'm having such an easy time making this one work.
Yeah, it's Dick has a hard time with buttons.
Bubbles.
Bubbles. Yeah. Well, I need someone to help keep the horse in place because there are mechanical issues. It's technically challenging is all I'm saying. Can we change the subject again? How does this keep happening? I just wanted to say good night.
I just want to know where Peter fits into all this.
Well, you need an experienced trainer. Otherwise, without the experienced trainer, you can't get me to do anything.
Who's Peter Fitz? He sounds like a rock star.
So does Peter ride the horse or does Bubbles ride the horse?
You know what, Lance? I'm just going to send you some video, okay?
Okay, that'll make it a lot easier.
It'll explain it all.
Long treatise, very scholarly.
Piece of advice: don't show it to the wife. Is all I'm saying.
If Jack helped you off the horse, is that you?
Something along those lines.
Jack helped you off. What?
If Jack helped you off the horse, would you help Jack off the horse?
I guess that would only be fair.
Jack.
I think that would be fair to.
Hang on. Who's on first?
Third base.
It's like the worst Marx Brothers movie ever.
What's the shortstop's name?
I'll break your arm, you say.
All right, I'm going to bail, guys. I've had a marvelous time. Thank you, Dick, Dunk, Lance. Good to see all of you. I'm going to say the same thing I always say, just because I can't help myself. I genuinely.
Well, thanks for coming and ruining your YouTube career.
Well, it's not about you ruining my YouTube career. It's about being a wet blanket for all you guys, because you're like, oh fuck, we have to pretend we actually like the guy. But
I've seen your YouTube career. It's already wrecked.
It was, well, I didn't have one to start with. It's like, but it turns out you can get a negative. You can actually get negative subscribers. I figured that out.
Happens all the time around here.
Him on the show.
When Nick Suter first joined us, he was like, rubbing shoulders with Mr. Beast. He had 85 million subscribers. He hung out with us one night. One night went down to like 4,000. Done.
Yeah. Right now, because of this appearance, he owes YouTube like 400 subs.
They take that shit.
And we will sacrifice them tomorrow.
If it's like the mafia, it's if they can't get it from you, they go after your kids. So
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say what I always say.
You're the only person that gets AdSense of a horse's head in your bed. Actually, in your case, it's probably a horse's cock. But yeah.
Well,
I woke up
you
to
know.
a boiled rabbit. Does that mean anything?
Wouldn't be the first time we've had a horse's cock in his bed. But that's another story.
Oh, you said you weren't recording.
Clip.
Wow, you can't trust anybody. So I'm going to tell everybody that listen, everybody on YouTube fucking hates having to ask to like, subscribe, and share and do all that other shit. But if you don't do it, you know what? They can't do the content. So
That's right.
If you like this show, hit those buttons, and they hate saying it, so I say it for them. And then when they come on my show, Dick is just they're like, everybody, why don't you go see the Shills and watch something fun? I was like, hey, I always.
Hey, I'm still waiting for you to send me the fucking link.
That is so not true. I never self-advertise and I always promote. Oh, come on.
Yeah, that is absolutely. You're right. I'm just I'm busting your balls.
Yeah.
You are an ass to me from the live chat, but then again, you're an ass in real life, so I don't know what the fuck else to expect.
Yeah. I always go into your live chat and just say the stupidest shit, man. It's funny.
Which is like any other day that ends in Y. So
you've got a couple regular viewers that think I'm like actually deranged too, but thanks for joining us. Yeah.
My pleasure. Thank you all. Good to see the live chat. Good to see you all. Okay.
Good night, Nicky Poos, my little sweetie pies. We'll see you next time. Lots of love.
Take a bath.
I'm going to miss you, Dunk. I'm going to miss you.
That was cute.
I'll see you up there for a shower.
I did just get a little alert, and there might be a swing back to parenting a little bit quicker than I thought here. So we should probably bid everybody farewell and say our things just to make sure. I don't want to get myself in trouble. We've had a couple of days. So, tell everybody off and explain why they should never have even shown up, Dunk.
Well, you're all a bunch of naughty boys and girls in this show tonight, and you're not in the chat. You're not much better, actually. To be honest with you, you're all a bunch of naughty bastards too. But naughty boy. But no, that's the way we like you, so that's okay. Just go out and find other people who are just as depraved as you, but are just as depraved as us, to come and join us, and let's build this community up. So we have like thousands of depraved people. They must be out there. I've seen videos of people in America. Place is full of it. So bring them all here to the party, and we all could be all just stupid and mad together. Hey, how's about that?
Yeah. Advertise to those people that take a chainsaw to a corner store, right? Those are the kind of people we're looking for. What do you think, Commander?
It's been an interesting experience. I'll leave it at that.
You'll be able to watch it back with the drugs
my Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. He's going to have to go and watch Little House on the Prairie to erase the memory now, right?
Oh, dear. Oh, that will bring back memories of his early life.
Oh, no.
Running through the fields with his golden locks flowing in the little gingham dress. Lance, it's time to come in for dinner. Have you finished milking the cows?
Oh, no. If we're going to do it properly for me, it'd be something like A Jewel in the Crown about, growing up in India.
Oh, okay.
I say, lad, get off the elephant and come in for supper.
Or maybe you could mix a little Ricky Tikki Tavi there, that old cartoon in. They were in India, right?
Oh yeah, no, that when I was there, that was the thing everybody was reading was, the
Jungle Book
Kitten,
series. Yeah.
Jungle Book series, and it was
Yeah.
just like everybody knew all the characters, and this is well before the Disney movie or anything.
Yeah.
In that community with all the ex, you know, British Raj people that had settled there, that was the thing.
Oh yeah. Very much. You know.
Yeah. No, and we still had people who they'd retired there, and so during the summers, their grandchildren and such would come out from Britain, and they'd spend the summers in India with their grandparents. And so that was one of the things that you'd read Ricky Tikki Tavi and
Yeah,
other
exactly.
stories. Yeah.
Yeah, because you get that whole British look, but they're in India. I remember as a kid, I was like, that's odd, you know, but it made sense after I learned what was going on.
Yeah. I don't know if they still do that kind of thing. I mean,
Probably
that was
not so much, to be honest.
I know, I don't think it's quite so welcome anymore.
Yeah, there was this guy.
Actually, I think there is, but not in the way you're thinking.
Yeah.
In that the Indian upper classes all still kind of emulate that mentality, that behavior pattern.
Right.
And so they'll have those formal garden parties and that kind of stuff still.
Right.
And they still like to hang on to their British connections as well.
Oh yeah, very much so. And the speech patterns and you go to the boarding school if you want to become somebody. No, seriously. And
go send them to Eton. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So this pompous
learn how to be bugged by an English person. Brilliant.
That's as pompous as sauces named after places.
It is pretty pompous. Yeah.
So, big thanks to the team here. We got Annette, PJ, CNET, Shayna Caldwell, Liam Wakefield, and Super Chat Matt. Thanks, everybody. Because, the wheels don't turn without somebody shoving coal in the front of the train, right?
That's right.
Unless you're a hamster.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So thanks to the hamster as well.
Hey, you know what? Hamsters don't get enough credit for what they do for the world.
No, they don't. And they don't.
We better hit the button before we say something even stupider.
Yeah, stay shilly, everybody. And don't hit like on the way out and all that kind of stuff, and share us out and all the beautiful things that makes the internet, and YouTube whiz and whirl and make things great. But, or you can just go to bed, whatever. I don't care.
And
have a glass of whiskey.
If you're not attractive, fix something. You might get laid tonight. Take it easy, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.